For the most realistic steering system available on the market, look no further than Sim Steering from Leo Bodnar. Designed and hand-built at the home of British Motorsport's Silverstone circuit, it's extensively used by professional driver training centres and race teams including Formula 1 since 2010. The high precision and completely linear response coupled with high strength provides the ultimate in realistic steering force feedback. Visit simsteering.com.
Take your hobby to the next level with a quality racing rig that works great with a PS3, Xbox 360, and a PC. The GT Omega Racing Simulator is compatible with a wide range of steering wheels including Logitech, Fanatec, Thrustmaster, and more. The GT Omega is available now worldwide by going to www.gtomegaracing.com.
Good morning and welcome to Apex Racing TV. Mark Noble, Alex Simpson here for round 8 of the V8 Supercars series, coming to you today live from Donington Park. Good morning, Mark. How you doing, buddy?
Good evening and morning wherever you are.
Well, Donington, it's well, I'm not sure what to say. We're in Britain and it's sunny, very sunny in fact. I think the guys might struggle a little bit with greasy tyres out there today, Mark. The weather is absolutely beating. Track temperature sky high. We haven't got a mini map to show you on, unfortunately, but yeah, I mean, I think those conditions are actually going to be quite tough for the guys.
Yeah, what's clear? 18 degrees, so not Celsius. That's our thing, but yeah. I think they're really going to struggle with these tyres on there, yeah, especially around the two hairpins.
Just looking at the track temperature at the moment, 33 degrees, so that is going to heat those tyres up pretty quick, and we've already seen in qualifying drivers opt in to do really slow outlaps just so that the tyre holds on throughout that, that one pushing lap that they do. It's caused some problems in qualifying with people having to find a clear lap, and yeah, very tricky for the guys.
Yeah, we got 21 drivers out there. It's only a short track, so it's pretty hard to find a bit of room, especially when your blokes are going so slow on the outlap.
Yeah, and actually Donington's surprisingly narrow as well. There's sort of one way around the circuit quickly, and it seems to cross the line, sort of cross over all the time, so getting out of the way is very tricky, and yeah, like I say, getting a clean lap's tricky. Got about 2 minutes left to qualify. Just quickly wanted to talk about the championship, Mark. Just looking at the standings, we've got Jake Burton leading the way on with just 10 starts ahead of his teammate who's on 11, so very comfortable position for Jake at the moment with that drop round sort of in advantage that he's got. But 545 points for 532. Sim Instrument boys absolutely smashing it this season.
Yeah, mate, they are, and Tobias and his brother from Powerbond won't be here tonight, so that'll give them a bit of extra on the team championships too.
Yeah, following, well, Tobias is in third, Aaron Hamilton, very consistent this season, racing for Demidov, is in fourth place, Dylan Shepherd in fifth, Sam Sutton, only with 8 rounds counted in sixth, but so's Dylan as well, that's a good point in that. Dean O'Brien is seventh, Niels Jordan for Redback Racing is in 8th, Yelena is in 9th, and then Alex is the last of the top 10. Championship seems to be hotting up a little bit. Drop round starting to fully come into effect. We won't really know until the end of the season what's going on with that, but I think the top 3, maybe even top 4, still all got a potential chance. But Aaron's going to have to start to get some wins on the board if he's going to take on Jake, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit misleading, that championship too, because it's classing the sprint rounds as 2 races each. I don't think they've got a system there where they can class that one round as a 1 race, so yeah, it's a bit misleading those starts.
Qualifying very much coming to a close. We'll just quickly bring up the grid once the guys just finish their final hot lap. Get ready for this race. How many laps are we today?
Looks like they've done a 1 hour race, timer race, I think, Alex.
Okay.
Which is a bit unusual.
Yeah, I think we've seen that before this season as well, so that gives the drivers something to think about as far as fuel strategies go. Very easy to have just slightly better pace once you get into a rhythm, and you end up sneaking another lap in. And yeah, we've seen plenty of drivers in the past run out of fuel in this series on the last lap, so I think today might be another one. Right, looks like pretty much everyone through now. Let's bring up the grid and take a quick look. Ian Ford takes pole. Ian's been very quick actually all season. He's only done 2 rounds, sitting down in 33rd place in the championship at the moment. So, yeah, both races he's done been in top 10, so he's no slouch. It's no surprise to see him up there. Great qualifying time with a 1:29.381. Jake Burton, championship leader, takes 2nd place, followed by Dean O'Brien, Aaron Hamilton. So all the championship contenders there, but still he's not showing, so we'll have to see where he is. Sam Sutton in 5th place, and there he is in 6th place, followed by Dylan Shepherd, Paul Gorrell, Will Dodd, Bailey Bell. Then we've got Mark, Katie, Andrew, Simon, Timothy, Brenton, Scott, Raymond, Niels, Caleb, Brian, and Yelena, not setting a time, sitting on the back of the grid.
Yeah, unusual for Lena, but she must have been able to get one in. So
yeah, easy to dip a wheel off the track here, and I think that's probably what's happened. And then maybe the clear lap, she might have been compromised here or there and aborted. Sometimes you abort laps that will be perfectly good for sort of a reasonable place on there, and then you end up not getting one. So drivers making their way out to the grid. We've got just about a minute left for everybody to form up. So Ian Ford looks like he wants to bounce back on this series, pick up another win. Hopefully he can help his teammate out, and those guys can perhaps stifle the Sim Instruments charge at the front. Just waiting for 2 more drivers, Brenton and Yelena there, form up. Actually, just lost Dylan. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if that's a connection issue. Very odd. There's some blinking going on. Right, here we go. Round 8, the V8 Supercar Series is green. Looks like a good start from Jake. He's managed to nail those starts this season. He's going to get a run, but I think Ian's going to have the inside. Can Jake get around the outside? Still trying it. He's going to have the high ground here, sweeping round. He has taken the lead there. Great move from Jake. Those starts definitely have really paid dividends to him this season. Just have a little look further back. Oh, we've got someone off. Fortunately, he manages to recover safely without causing any major incidents. Sam Sutton in the very nicely Vodafone liveried car there. Aaron Hamilton seems to have dropped a few places, looking like he's down in P7 now. Not the start he wanted. Seems like both the Demidov guys got a little bogged down off the start and have dropped some places. Mark, anything happening a bit further back that I might have missed? Oh.
No, mate, all pretty clean actually. First lap coming back up to their first lap, so yeah, no, it looks pretty good.
Hamilton had a look at the inside of the first hairpin, but it's going to be on the back going through the switchback. Indeed, he doesn't gain that position. Will Dodd starting to close in on the back of him as well. Those two just having a little fight. Just want to bring attention to a driver who's usually up here in the commentary box with us. Well, two drivers actually. Looks like they're having a bit of a battle out there. And that's Brenton O'Brien and Andrew Woodhouse. Actually, Scott Connors right on the back of Andrew Woodhouse. So, yeah, our co-commentators having a little bit of a race. Yeah, Andrew just finding his way in the car. I suppose he's done a great deal of practice, but yeah, good on him getting out there. He's got a little run on Brenton here.
You think he could have got a decent paint job on, mate, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, exactly. I don't know. Have a quick little look back. Yelena, she's making her way up quite nicely, already up P17, so might have started on the back of the grid but not holding back, so definitely showed that she had the pace out there today. And yeah, we'll see her slowly working her way up. So Donington, not an easy place to overtake. It's on the back of Niels Jordan right now. You got the chance to do it down into the hairpin. She's having a little look late on the brakes, but nothing coming this time. But as we saw with Aaron, it's the cutback is it's not easy to get a move done there. Sorry, because the track just twitches back to the left, and those that are on the outside usually got the high ground for the next corner. Jake Burton, fastest lap of the race. Coming under pressure from Ian though, certainly not going to give this one up without a fight. We usually see Jake start to stretch his legs and pull away, but I think Ian's going to be there or thereabouts today.
Yeah, Ian's sticking with him. They're all. I heard over the grapevine they're all complaining about oversteer. So.
Yeah, and actually, Ian had a little run, thought about it, but just a too short opportunity going up. That tricky little uphill right-hander that leads. Oh, you can see the oversteer too. Both O'Brien and Ian getting massive twitch coming out of there onto the back straight.
It was a bit exciting, but further back with Andrew Woodhouse actually took O'Brien, and then the last hairpin he sort of put it sideways and they both went past him.
Yeah, just a bit deep there into... I think that's one thing with Donington, you have to be careful not to overdrive the car, and more importantly the V8 as well. That's very, very easy to do.
Oh, yeah, you're going to have to be very, very careful on the throttle out of those two hairpins, that's for sure. Especially with the temperature the track is. This is getting a very good little three-way battle up front, actually. Jake's not pulling away at all.
Yeah, Ian's definitely suffering with some connection issues out there, and I don't think that's helping Dean as well. Keeps just flickering off screen.
No, just checked his connection. Oh, it's 80 odds. That's pretty good. He's flickering on mine as well, so I don't know what's going on there. Yeah,
and actually just looking behind, it looks like Sam Sutton starting to close in on Shepherd that is ahead, isn't it? Yeah, and bring in Kurt and Aaron with him, but no changes on the first 7 places. They are pretty much as they were after turn 1, so Donington's proving quite tricky to overtake, I think. Yelena's definitely making her way up, just put a move on Andrew Woodhouse, and actually Andrew is under pressure now from Simon Pitt. Simon up the inside. Seems like definitely Andrew suffering a little bit, just perhaps experience in the car. We know how... Sorry, Mark, I was about to say, we know how easy it is for these tyres to fall off if you just don't treat them just right.
Yeah, sorry mate, I was just laughing because I heard him on the two-way that all he's saying is bloody tyres. He's obviously started with wrong pressures, you don't know, but yeah, I don't think he's enjoying it too much.
Oh, that's a bit of a moment there. Who's that? Is that Dean, I think, out of shape? Yeah, it was Dean O'Brien. A little bit out of shape. That's going to give Kurt the opportunity. Can't make the move. These guys are all really close now. What's going on up front? Seems like... Yeah, it looks like we lost... Who was third? Did we lose, like... It was Dean O'Brien in third, wasn't it? So Dean's had a bit of a mistake somewhere, and that's let the front 2 get away. Let's see if we can't just... not sure how far back we're going to have to go. I think he's already made his mistake, actually. Just trying to hold it through the chicane here, but... Yeah, something must have gone on a bit further on in the lap to set him back in this pack, but... Yeah, really struggling out there at the moment. And back live. What that has done, that's freed Ian up to not have to worry about what's going on behind him, and he can just full on assault. Jake here now, put him under pressure, make him work those tyres, take those odd lines, see if he wants to hold on to it. I have to say he looks the quicker of the 2, so Jake's going to be trying to hold on the best he can, I think. Oh, he's got a great run out of the final corner, surely. This time into 1, will he get a run? No. I'm really thinking the only place they're going to get a move is down into the hairpins. So, just needs to set himself up for that, as he has a little connection problem. And a gaggle behind. Looks like they're all having a little bit of fun out there. If they can just carry on having a little fight here and there, it might give Will Dodd the opportunity to close back in, just 2 seconds behind these guys at the moment. How has Will fared this season, Mark? As Sam has a look into that right-hander again, gets the move done. Great pass. Dean O'Brien going to try and get the run on his teammate there as well. He moves over to defend, so yeah, no love offset. Sam through the chicane, he's got the high ground, and Kurt Stenberg gets checked up. This gives Aaron Hamilton the opportunity around the outside with 3 wide going into the hairpin. I think Dean just overcooked it, and we've got Kurt and making a move as well. I think he's going to get a place there. He does indeed. Just Aaron Hamilton, who's not going to make any positions in there, but it's not over yet. Great tussle between these guys. Sam Sutton holds on to that 3rd place.
It looked like Dean got a slowdown, I think, mate, to be honest.
Ah. Yeah, I couldn't really see anything to sort of no incidents on the timing screen, so yeah, definitely weird. Slow down penalty. Ian Ford still on the tail of our leader. We know how quick Sam is in the race, so I can already see a little gap starting to split between Dean and Dylan, and we know that Dean was running with the front two, so maybe these guys just a little bit quicker. Break away. Having a little look further back at our co-commentator, looks like he's having a little bit of a run on Simon Pitt up the inside. Into turn 8, gets the move done, great overtake.
Well, he's made his way back up to 16th, he was about 19th, 20th at one stage.
Yeah, so I think he's just sort of getting to grips with the tyre. They've reached that point where they're falling off and sort of settling themselves down. What is he? 1.2 seconds behind Yelena, who is in turn 2.1 seconds behind Brenton. So he's still got opportunity to get a reasonable finish here. Mark Warmington, we haven't seen much of him. He's just 0.7 seconds behind Paul Gorell at the moment.
It looks like Will's pulled away from Paul, so he'll be chasing down Aaron next, I'd say. Although he's 3 seconds behind, so long race that.
Yeah, Will's seeming like he's in a bit of no man's land actually at the minute. Quite comfortable out there.
Yeah, he's doing a Mr. Warmington.
What he can do is just focus on his own race really, and keep those tyres in check. With all those guys fighting out front, it might just come back to him towards the end of the stint. 100% fuel today, Mark. How many stops are we expecting from the guys? Paul makes a mistake, sorry, and Mark gets by, and then I think Paul back up the inside. Actually, no, Mark's suffering with his connection. He's there, sort of.
Usually an hour race, usually only the one stop they can get out of it.
We're going to expect to see him in the half-hour mark then. I don't see too many drivers pushing it, do we? Beyond that, with this build, it seems to be way quicker to pit in. Too much time is lost with the undercut, so. Battle still. Oh, that was a move that we just caught the end of, I think. Oh no, Sam's still there. Dean having a look, his teammates behind. Kurt as well. They're almost 3 wide into the hairpin. Right, Dean up the inside, but loses it coming out of the hairpin.
This is actually all good for Will.
Yeah, I'm not sure what our timing screen's saying at the moment, but the places are all out of whack on screen. There we go, they set themselves down as they cross over the line. So yeah, Sam Sutton, Dean O'Brien, Dylan Shepherd here. And then, yeah, Kurt having a real look this time. I'm not sure there's anywhere pass around here, it's just fast and flowing section. And Aaron Hamilton, perhaps a little frustrated, sitting in 7th place. Maybe he's hoping they're all going to take each other out and he's going to zip in for a podium. I think that's probably what Will's hoping for, actually. Just too. Was he? Actually, he's still losing ground a little bit on these guys. So, although last lap he did close in, but yeah, 3.4 seconds behind. So,
Bit of a touch there from Stenny and Mr. Shepherd.
oh, Aaron having a look, Kurt having a look. Aaron just helping Kurt around the hairpin there. Just the
Oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah, just look at the time lost. We're on board with Dylan now, 1.1 seconds behind Dean, and that was just those three just having a little bit of a tussle for a couple of corners there. I dare say what's going to happen right in a minute though is Dean's going to have a little go at Sam again, and they're going to be back to a 5-car grouping.
Yeah, it seems to be happening, doesn't it?
And a little look further back. What do we got? Yeah, Brenton O'Brien coming under a little bit of pressure now from Scott Connors. Yelena closing in on those, 1.2 seconds back, so she's definitely still on the charge. Got a chance to. I'm looking at this group; they're all covered by sort of 1 second here, half a second there. You've got a chance, actually, I would say, to making it into the top 10 if she can have a good, clean race and work the strategy really well during the pit stop phase. Jump back to this three-car battle. Sorry, Mark, I interrupted you there.
That's alright, mate. I was just going to say, Scott's another driver that's come through, improved a lot this season.
I think I say it pretty much every week on the broadcasts, but actually that over the years, which it has been now, 2 years and 1 season that this league has been running, I've seen a lot of drivers come into it who were at the back to start off with, really struggling with the car, and they've made their way up and do great things and become really competitive in the series, official as well as the Apex Racing series. Kurt very, very close to Dylan here, and it looks like that's Dean O'Brien with another slowdown penalty. They're costing him dearly today, so he falls to the back of this pack, frees up Sam Sutton. Sam now has got 1.2 second lead and clear track and hasn't got to worry about his mirrors. Let's see if he can break away from this grouping. Dean O'Brien going to have to work his way through once again. You can still see Will Dodd in the background, 2.9 seconds, so he's there or thereabouts with them all fighting. He's sort of keeping up, so it's got a potential if he uses some sort of cunning strategy to jump him in the pits maybe. I have to say, I dare think that 1 or 2 of these guys might opt to pit just a little bit earlier, just to see if they can get out of this pack and get some clear air for the next stint, thinking they're all a bit quicker. What we could end up with though is them all pitting at the same time.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Of course, the one advantage you've got, I guess, if you stay out a little bit late, that's Kurt going very, very slow. I tell you what, that is exactly where Dylan's getting his slowdown penalty as well. He took a whole load of curb on the inside there, and that's set him back down to 7th place. So, yeah, the new top 5 order is as follows: Jake Burney in Ford, Sam Sutton, Dylan Shepherd, and Aaron Hamilton. So, all spiced up these last couple of laps with those slowdown penalties. Aaron's got Dean all over him. Dean got a very, very slow exit out of that corner. What's going on there? I'm wondering. Tell me he didn't get another slowdown somewhere. And that's where he's giving the time up in the hairpins. Shepherd onto the tail of Sutton, so Sutton doesn't have the race pace that perhaps he wanted. So it looks like he's going to have to do this the hard way, I think, and just hold these guys off until the pits.
Yeah, it looks like Scott Connors has taken O'Brien.
Yeah, we missed that, and then Brenton's got his mirrors full of Yelena at the moment.
Oh, what's happening to Katie? Is she,
yeah, Katie down in 16th, so yeah, she last lap was terrible. Let's have a look, see if we can see what happened. I'll bring up a little replay of what happened. Let's have a look if it works. Doesn't always.
Oh, yeah, she's gone off.
Ah, under braking, just gets it locked up. Ah, one-way ticket to the tyre wall there for her. Never good when you've got to use reverse gear as well to get it out of the gravel trap, so yeah, she'll be a bit disappointed with herself for that one, I think. Looked like she was in a good strong position, and yeah, just so just looked like the rear tyres locked on her and around she came.
Yeah, I think she had a good break there from anyone behind her too, so just a
I think she
concentration thing.
Well, she was sat in what 11th place, wasn't she, at the time? So yeah, she must be like I say, a bit frustrated. Chance of a top 10 on for her there. Where is she now? 2 seconds ahead of Andrew Woodhouse there. 6.8 behind Yelena, who we need to jump on board actually for a moment because she's right on the tail of Scott. Scott must have made a mistake because Brenton's back past him as well.
Yeah, Yelena's had a fantastic season, hasn't she?
You know what, I think she is another driver who's very understated. Last season did a great job, you know, consistent finishes, scored well in the championship. Where she's at this season, yeah, P9 at the moment, and you know, she was working on it pretty much on her own, I believe. You know, she's down as a privateer, so you know, this car's not easy to get your head around with setups and whatnot. So yeah, no, doing a great job with that, and I think some good sort of strong finishes throughout the rest of the season. She could sort of end up, you know, cementing that top 10 position again in the championship. Maybe one to watch for the future. Give it a couple. You know what it's like. Once you've got about 2 or 3 seasons under your belt in this car, you really start to click with it, and you find half a second here and half a second there quite quickly.
Yeah, except me.
Wow. You're a special case, we know this, Mark.
I got one speed and that's slow.
I thought it was reverse actually, but
no, I had No, you're pretty right. Yeah, after about my third season, a long time ago, yeah, sort of you get one season that clicks, and it feels great. You know, after you do that one season, that really goes well for you. So yeah, no, should be happy with this season.
Well, Scott makes another mistake, and it was a slowdown penalty for Scott. Aaron Hamilton into the pits, Ian Ford into the pits as well. So Ian's perhaps going for the undercut. And I tell you what, that's clearly a move that the team have been working on, because both demoed off cars in at exactly the same time. Katie's decided to pit as well, so I'm assuming she's done that. Perhaps got a little bit of damage on the front of that car. She'll get that fixed, get some fresh tyres, maybe try and regain some track position as well next few laps. Now I'll have to keep an eye on Jake, because Mark, I don't know about you, but if I was him, I'd jump in this next lap to cover him off, as he has a big old moment coming out of the hairpin.
Yeah, I'd jump straight in next lap.
He does indeed. I mean, is it already too late though? This is the thing. You know, that one lap that Ian's going to have over the top of Jake might be all it needs. Keep an eye on him. 22.7 seconds. Stationary stop for Ford.
Ian's coming up to the second last hairpin now.
Yeah, Shepherd has got past Sutton as well. Must have missed that one. But those guys still pretty much going at it. Dean O'Brien 7 seconds behind. He's got Will Dodd right on his tailpipe at the moment. So yeah, all that battling definitely brought Will into play.
Ian's got it. Ian's gone past before Jake come out.
Yeah, that one lap. Critical. 23.2 seconds, so half a second just in the pit stop as well, let alone that lap. You know, it's not easy to get on it on the first lap as well. Get the best out of those tyres with a slightly heavier car. So yeah, that's a great outlap from Ford. And I think first time we've really seen Jake come undone in the pit stop phase, so...
Yeah, and that's a fairly big size gap too, actually.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the live timing to update itself, give us a rough idea. I don't think he's got any slipstream or anything back there as well, so he's going to have to come back at him the hard way. We'll of course have one lap fresher tyre, but I'm sure that's going to make enough of a difference. Shepherd into the pits as well, so Sam Sutton. Dean O'Brien coming around, yeah, looks like he's pitting in. Will Dodd, what's he doing? Yep, Will Dodd in as well. So, and we got Paul carries on. So, Paul Gorrell takes the lead of the race. Mark Warmington behind him. Sorry about the background noises there. Gotta close my garage. Getting bloody cold. We're in stark contrast. I guess it's getting really hot for you guys over there right now.
Nah, still pretty cool. We're only in what are we in? Autumn. No, spring. Well, where I am, it's still pretty cool at night anyway, so...
All I know is if the temperature here was the same as what it was at Donington right now on the screen, I'd be a happy chappy. Oh, Paul, just a little deep, makes a bit of a mistake. We've got Ford as well now, right on the tail of these guys. He's going to want to get past really quickly. Can't afford to get held up and let Jake get back on his tail. And do you know what? I think it's already going to be too late. Both drivers jump in the pits. That's exactly what he needed. But 0.7 seconds is the gap. No, sorry, 0.9 seconds. So yeah, Jake definitely made a little advantage that lap. Well, no, that wasn't little. That was 0.8 of a second. Yeah, that lap. So huge from for Ian there. So all that hard work, not quite undone, but yeah, he's gonna have to watch his rear view mirror again. Right, let's have a look, see how all the rest of the group panned out. Look who sat in P3, Mark. Aaron Hamilton pitted in early with Ford, got himself out of that group. We said one of them might do it. Hamilton decided to do that. The others went on for a couple more laps as well, didn't they? So he's made the advantage now. He's got a 2-second lead over Sam Sutton here, and gets himself into P3. That won't do him any harm in the championship, and actually with Tobias away, well, it's going to close him in. It's not going to get him, I don't know, what is it, 50 points behind? Not quite that, 40 something, so might well get himself up into P3 in the championship after today's race. Kurt Stenberg got Dylan Shepherd behind him once again, so Kurt must have jumped Dylan in the pits as well.
Yeah, sorry mate, I'm a bit confused, mine hasn't updated yet.
Well, I tell you what, it looks as though Dylan had a bit of a shocking pit stop, 27.7 seconds. And like his teammate behind him was only 22.7, Sam Sutton 21, Aaron Hamilton 23.5, and Kurt around the same sort of time. So yeah, he lost about 4 seconds in the pit stop, did Dylan. So I'm not sure quite what happened there. Maybe missed his box or something like that off camera. Andrew Woodhouse up into 8th place, got Will Dog behind him. I'm guessing Andrew hasn't pitted yet. No, he hasn't. He's the only driver not to have pitted, but still running anyway. We've lost Simon Pitt, Caleb Jordan, and it looks like Brian Monger's gone as well. Yeah, so Andrew will be quick at the end of the race for sure. Now 26 minutes left, he's going to have some fresh rubber, so might be able to make hay at the end of it.
I don't know what's happened to Will there, but he's lost a lot of ground.
Yeah, you're right. I'll tell you what, he's lapping 2 seconds a lap slower than the guys ahead of him at the moment, so maybe he just couldn't work his way by Andrew. I don't know how many laps he's been behind him. Oh! Woody makes a big mistake under braking there. Just gets in way too hot. All that good work for the however many laps he's been out there on those tyres. Think now's the time. Get in the box, mate, and get those changed. See if he listens to my advice. No, he doesn't. That's pretty typical, to be honest.
He reckons you blokes don't listen to him.
Right, Jake, 0.8, still closing in on Ford ahead of him, so we thought Ford perhaps had the pace but to pull away, but that's clearly not the case. It seems like the battles behind have all separated apart at the moment. We've got 1.4 seconds separating Hamilton and Sutton. 2.1 further back is Kurt. He has got a little bit of pressure with Dylan and Shepherd. Obviously we know he made that mistake in the pits. Dean O'Brien as well, another 4 seconds back. So I have to say the pit stops have kind of ruined our race, Mark.
Yeah, it's the only ones that have closed in closer to to him as Mark and Paul have closed in on Will through the pit stops.
Yeah, Mark right on the tail actually, 0.9 seconds. Trying to remember, was Paul ahead? I think Mark might have jumped Paul in the pits. In fact, he did. 22.7 seconds, be 26 seconds in stop. So yeah, good job from the Blue Flag Racing guys. They're getting Mark up a place.
I'll have to send some instructions out.
Actually, they both seem a little quicker than Will Dodd at the moment as well, so I'm not sure what's going on with Will, but it seems to be struggling since the pit stops. I'd like to say something silly like, you know, the tyres aren't matched, or he's not enjoying this set of this compound or whatever like that, but you know, they're all the same, so not sure what's going on.
At least I can still say I've got 2 cars in the top 10, mate.
Oh, there you go.
Will and Mark, as long as Mark doesn't take Will out. Oh, Mark very wide there.
Yeah, Paul's going to get a chance. That's still a little bit too far back. And Andrew Woodhouse still out there. Crazy Englishman. Just decided to... oh no, he's in. He's in. We'll keep an eye on his laps, I'll tell you what, for the next few laps, because he could be quite quick at this stage. He was around sort of Yelena, who's 27 seconds behind him at this point, so he's going to come out way behind that. It's going to probably be around Bailey Bell and Timothy Ballinger, I think. So... strategy not quite working out. I think without the mistake going into the hairpin there, he might have had a real opportunity to make some places up at the end of this race. Yeah, it looks like he's finished his stop, 22.3 seconds. He's on his way back out again as this group all comes past. And look at me, see, look, I am good, right behind Ballinger, but get straight past him with the fresh rubber as well. So, yep, make hay while the sun shines, my friend, and get yourself up a few places here, because you should have some really good traction out there now. Kurt Stenberg closing in, Sam Sutton, Dylan Shepherd starting to form up this little grouping again, Mark.
Just trying to find it, mate. I think I've oh, I'm on replay, sorry.
Double check to make sure I'm not as well. No, I'm not. I'm all good.
Ah, got him back. Yeah, Aaron's definitely the winner there in the pit stops, isn't he?
Yeah, he's way clear of these guys, and actually he's lapping consistently quicker with them having a little battle here and there, so yeah, good strategy call from the Demidov guys there. Definitely nailed it in the pits. End up with probably 2 cars on the podium, but I don't want to curse them, so less of that talk.
Oh, Jake slowly, I think he took, what, a 10th out that lap?
Yeah, actually, it looks like 4 tenths, but according to my timing screen. But I'm guessing he must have dropped back the previous lap or something like that as well, so. Ooh, just on board there actually, you can see him as he's coming onto the back straight, fighting that car, wanting to get the power down. I'm going to jump back to this battle between Yelena, Bailey and Andrew. We know, I think probably Bailey was the last of, well, pitted first, then Yelena. I'm not 100% sure. Andrew getting very hot under brakes again. Oh, Bailey out of shape.
Oh, that was close. Mr. Woodhouse's heart would have been pumping then.
Yeah, he's got his fresh rubber. He wants to use it while he's got the chance. Get past. Doesn't want those tyres to fall off and equalise out a little bit. It's going to be difficult to get by.
I'll have to have a go at him about that. Don't scratch the BFR Kimmy's Real Fencing sponsored car over. Oh, listen to me, I'm doing an O'Brien.
Yeah, exactly. Get the plugs in. I'm gonna have to get the swear jar out for you as well.
He's closed back in on Bailey.
Yeah, I was about to say, we'd also have an opportunity here. I think the hairpin's his best chance. Dean O'Brien dropping down the order and disappeared off of the grid as well. What's going on here? Let's get a little replay of that. Let's see. So we join him here on the straight. Well, I'm not sure what's happened there. He's just gone straight and retired, so something must have happened a bit further on. Picked up his damage. We join back this fight. Yeah, Scott Connors, another one who looks like he might be having some problems out there as well. Indeed, both, well, all the drivers, so Yelena, Bailey and Andrew all move up 2 places with that. So this is now battle for 12th, 13th and 14th. Andrew just loses a little bit of ground, so I'm sure... and it looks like we might have lost Timothy Ballinger as well. What's going on? Everybody's dropping like flies, Mark. Are we having some server issues or something?
I'm not sure, mate. Unless they picked up too many incidents.
Yeah, I suppose always possible. Ah, Bailey makes a mistake into the chicane. Woodhouse through. He's going to struggle to catch back up as well.
Oh, and he's taken Yelena as well.
Yeah, Yelena going in a bit hot. So, mistakes from everybody there, and yeah, thank you very much. As Mr. Woodhouse moves himself up into 11th place. Brenton O'Brien. We haven't spoke much about Brenton, also for Demidov Racing. There you go, I'll get you plug in for you, Brenton. And sitting in P10. He'd be pretty happy with that, and Katie back up to P9. So all this going on with drivers dropping out here, there, and everywhere, and yeah, Katie back up to P9 and must be pretty happy. Will probably be kicking herself from the mistakes she's made, because I dare say she could be battling in and around, you know, Will Dodd right now without that.
Yeah, she's come back from nowhere, isn't she, tonight? So that's...
Yeah, I mean, she was already ahead of like Yelena and all those as well in that little group that she fell behind after the mistake. So, yeah, that early pit stop, I said, you know, might be able to gain her some track position. Clearly did work, but you know, she perhaps would have been under pressure towards the end of the race with the tyres. But now she's got a nice big gap behind her. 7.3 seconds to Brenton O'Brien, who's still on the screen. But yeah, looking quite good and quite comfortable for a top 10 finish.
Yeah, I think she should be wrapped in that, to be honest.
Will Dodd lost some time to Mark Warrington. So Mark, in this second phase of this race, starting to come alive a little bit, making some good time. He is 5 seconds behind Sam Sutton. So do you know what? He's had a great second stint of this race to find himself just 5 seconds behind Sam. He must have had some problems actually looking at it, because he's now 12.2 seconds behind Dylan Shepherd. So you know, I'm beginning to wonder, seeing all these drivers dropping off, if they are having the issues with the incident limit and they're having to pansy the car around a little bit now in some of these areas to make sure that they don't make a mistake and get themselves disqualified.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, mate, because as we've seen in the first stint, Dean had a lot of slowdowns, I believe.
Jake Burton is 2.4 seconds behind our leader now, so 12 minutes to go. It actually looks like Ian's starting to come into his own, and this is where Ian actually really started to put the pressure on Burton, this sort of phase of the first stint, so he's perhaps holding on to his tyres a little bit better than that Sim Instruments car.
Yeah, Ian seems to hold look after his tyres a bit better. He always comes back at the end of the race. He always puts pressure on anyone that's either in front or behind him at the end of each race he does. He just seems to have fresher tyres, so just his driving.
Yeah, do you know what, Brenton? Katie's into the pits again. I'm not quite sure what's gone on there. Maybe not enough fuel or whatnot. But unfortunately that's going to scupper her top 10, I think. Where's she come out? She is 6 seconds behind Yelena, who's 4 seconds behind Bailey, who's 3 seconds behind Andrew. So 10 minutes, yeah, or 11 minutes, sorry. That's not going to be enough to get back into the top 10, but could possibly get up to Bailey if she puts the hammer down. Right, let's have a look, see what's going on. Will Dodd, Mark Warmington starting to close back up as well, so that's one battle we're going to have to keep an eye on. 0.8 seconds between the two drivers at the moment. Dylan Shepherd still losing a little bit of ground to Kurt, actually. What's gone on there? All of a sudden Kurt loses a place, another slowdown penalty for Stenberg there. It's been pretty much the story of the race, actually, I think, hasn't it? Mark, slowdowns between that group.
Yeah, it just seems to be settling down, and then one of them will get a slowdown and the others go through, and they just keep changing around all the time.
Well, that's, I mean, it's totally freed up Aaron now. He's 6 seconds up the road now. He's not got anything to worry about. Just got to keep his head together, and he'll come. No, I'm not going to say it because he's had some bad luck this season, and yeah, I want to see him get a good result.
Yeah, I'm a bit bemused with their slowdowns and that. I had a run in the Porsche, the rough around here, an hour and a half race, and maybe, as I say, maybe I'm just don't drive it that hard to get on the curbs and all that, but didn't seem to get too many incidents, but a bit different for V8, I suppose.
I think we should just call it a Porsche. It's what it's there to imitate, after all. Maybe next season, when we do some multi-car races, we'll make sure we put the team badges in our overlays and things like that. And if we ever do any GT stuff, we'll just put the Porsche badge in there, sod it.
Well, I have got a Porsche wheel to match it.
Wow. Kurt closing back in on Dylan Shepherd here then, so Definitely seems like the Sim Instruments car, the tyres are okay, generally better than those around him. It's just Ian up front that has the best car at the moment. Pulled away another 0.3 of a second that lap from Jake Burton, so 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, see, there's another thing with these two. It's only, you got to tweak something slightly, and it just makes a big difference in your tyre wear and everything. So, obviously, Ian, top-notch setup. So.
Oh, a little moment there from Dylan.
Kurt's putting pressure right on him here.
Yeah, he's got his nose alongside, surely. Oh, I thought that time he was going to have a little look. Oh, good exit from the chicane for Stenberg there. He's going to do it under braking, surely. Late on the brakes, gets alongside. Dylan sees him there, gives him a room. He's obviously going to have the high ground, but he gets out of shape. Stenberg surely side by side going into the final corner. He's going to have to try and hold it around the outside. Not the easiest of corners to do it. Going to do the cut back. Tries to straighten up the corner, get a better exit. Surely's got a run. He looks to the outside. Duck back in. Thought for sure he'd got that move done that time. Somehow Dylan holds on, even with that big old moment. I say he holds on, it's not over. Kurt's still there through the fast sweeping section. 3.2 seconds. Ford leads up the front now. Bad lap from Jake Burton. Oh, side by side. Stenberg through.
Oh, great driving by both of the blokes.
Yeah, set that up a few corners back, and yeah, good hard battle in there from both. But he gets his way past. Now all he needs to do is not get slowdown penalty and give it all back. Looks like Will Dodds lost the fight with Mark Warmington as well. Dropped back now some 3.4 seconds. I tell you what, at one point Andrew Woodhouse was closing in on O'Brien at 1 second a lap with the fresh rubber, but that's calmed down a little bit now, so fortunately it doesn't look like we're going to get a little battle between those guys forming up at the end of the race. Shepard's still there. I think right in front we've got a battle between Yelena and Katie here as well. We know that Katie's got some super fresh tyres on that car, so to say, I think there should be a bit of a sitting duck out there. Yeah, we can see Kurt just edging away from Dylan in the background as well.
Yeah, Kurt just made a little mistake and
I think we've lost. We lost Andrew Woodhouse as well. We have. I'm guessing that's another DNF with just 4.5 minutes to go. He will be gutted. Top 10 on the cards for him. Katie having a look in the chicane. So much of an advantage. Under braking, going to have to try and get a move done before these back markers, before the leaders start to come through. We can see Dylan and Kurt ahead. We're joined by Mr. Woodhouse. The disqualification for you there, Mr. Woodhouse, was it?
He was, unfortunately.
Gutted for you, buddy. We were keeping an eye on your progress and up into top 10. Good drive. Oh, sorry, just to I'll just leave it there for a moment as we've got Stenberg and Shepard having a great battle down the main straight here. Dylan having a look up the inside of turn 1, can't quite get the move done. Sorry Andrew, back to you mate.
No, it's okay, go on.
No, I was just saying, yeah, so good run. You must have been pretty happy with that actually. Looked like you were on for a good top 10 finish.
Yeah, it was. Unfortunately, about 2-3 laps in, I was having a really good battle with Brenton, and I was hit by Scott about 3 times on the same lap, which put me into a spin. Fortunately collected Neil's as well, so I wasn't really very happy with that, with his driving there. But so I already had a few incidents on the plate about halfway through, and then I had to drive the last 20 minutes with 1 incident point remaining. Unfortunately, I managed to get past Bailey and Elena, who had a bit of an incident at the chicane. But yeah, I made 1 mistake in the last half an hour, and unfortunately that's why I got disqualified. But it was a good fun race. I'm going to try and come back for some more.
Yeah, it's good to see you in the car. Mark was saying you've been secretly practicing because you look good out there.
No, just this morning, jumped on a little bit with Mark Wilmington about for the practice, and he provided me with a setup. So thanks to Mark for that. But no, it's good. It's good. The car's definitely better than I remember it being, and yeah, I'm going to try and come back for some more. Thanks for having me up here.
Cool. All right, mate. Well, I'll chat with you a bit later.
Cheers, boys.
Thanks, Woody.
Right, Mark, while we've just been talking to Andrew there, it appears that Katie did the, she let the leaders through, stepped her back quite a bit, and I think Yelena might well be able to hold on to this position now. You're not making it easy for these guys to get past?
Nah, yeah, Katie was very, what do you call it?
Well, I don't think she's going to have any choice this time, Kurt. Going to go up the inside. Physically had to overtake her, so yeah, won't be too happy about that at all. Leaving room there for Dylan, no problem. He's going to have a run, but just a little bit too far back. Look at that difference in grip that she has under braking into that chicane. Right back onto her tail. Going to have just 1 lap, I think, probably to get this done. Let's just check Mr. Ford. He's not quite on his last lap yet, so, but with them being a lap down, keep an eye on that. 2.3 seconds is the gap. Sorry, Mark.
These two still at it.
Yeah, and it looks like Shepard's not giving up on Kurt as well. Having a look, we can just about see that in the distance as well, but yeah, I dare say there's some pride on the track between the 2 drivers we've got on screen right now. Want to finish ahead of each other for sure.
Yeah, 2 very competitive teams. But a lot of respect also thrown into it. So.
Let's just jump on with Ian, because this, I mean, he's coming around. He should make it past the start-finish line for 1 more lap. Which he does. It's close, 8 seconds. Now this is what I said. The guys might think they're going to need X amount of laps, but Ian's made it through just. So there might be some drivers now out there who have short fueled. We'll keep an eye on that. You can see we're on to the last lap. Jake Burton in the background, too far back to make any real difference. Aaron Hamilton out there in 3rd place, got a nice big gap behind from Kurt Stenberg, who's under extreme pressure from Shepard. He's going to have to hold on to everything he can for this last lap. Mark Warmington, Sam Sutton there in, wow, Mark Warmington up to 6th place. Sam really struggling out there. Not sure what Sam's problem is. As is Will Dodd, Brenton O'Brien in 9th. Bailey Bell in 10th. And we're back to this battle between Yelena and Katie. I dare say Katie, she's got to make her some sort of move this final lap. Just quickly switching back and forth between the different battles. Ian coming round the final, or approaching the final hairpin now, to take victory here at Donington Park. Great race, great strategy, did all his hard work in the pits. Pit crew got him out in front. Takes victory here at Donington Park. Round 8 of the V8 Supercar Series. What a great drive. Jake Burton. Gonna jump to the back. Katie just 0.2 seconds behind going down this back straight. We know she's got great braking into the chicane. Needs a good run out of this this corner here. Doesn't look like she's got it. I think Yelena's gonna hold on to it. Right, well, what do we got? We've also got Kurt holding on from Shepherd. I don't think Shepherd's going to be able to make a move. No, he's not. Too far. Oh! Under braking, gets it out of shape. Has a look. Fortunately, doesn't make contact. Oh, and he gets disqualified. Disqualified on the final corner. So Mark Warmington's going to move up a place. So will Sam Sutton. Absolute disaster for Shepherd. I bet he cannot believe that on the final corner.
Oh no.
Yelena does hold on from Katie, so yeah, great battle between those two as well. Wow. Right at the death. So Sam Sutton, he's going to come through thinking he's going to be in 7th place, perhaps a bit disappointed, but oh, there he goes, up into 6th place. Will Dodd as well going to move himself up to, no he won't really, because Will was a lap down. So, unfortunately, Will just couldn't quite hold on to the lead lap, I think. Although he's coming around the final corner.
Yeah, I think he did.
Oh, he did, so he will come up ahead of Shepherd. Well, it's not showing it on the screen. We'll wait for the results to finalise.
Yeah, it just went up then, mate.
Ah, there we go. So, yeah, Will Dodd moved up a place as well. Well, pretty exciting stuff at the end of the race there. Some good close battles, but ultimately Ian Ford was the man out there. Nailed the strategy. Take a look at that. So yeah, Ian Ford, Jake Burton, Aaron Hamilton. Demidov definitely did it where it counted really out there. So 1st and 3rd. Congratulations to Aaron. Good to see him on the podium. I felt like I was going to commentate curse him all race. Kurt Stenberg in 4th, Mark Warmington in 5th. Do you know what? Mark will be happy with that. He struggled a little bit in that first stint, but came alive in the second stint. Sam Sutton in 6th place. Had a bit of a shocker in the second stint as well. Came into the pits in 3rd. Yeah, and finished the race down in 6th, and that was really only from the gift from Shepherd in the end. So Will Dodd in 7th. Pretty sure he'll be delighted with that. Dylan Shepherd disqualification on the very, very last corner. So yeah, bit gutted with that. Brenton O'Brien in 9th and Bailey Bell in 10th. Yelena held on for 11th place from Katie. Then Niels was in 13th. Raymond in 14th. Andrew we saw obviously get disconnected with about 5 minutes to go. Ended up in 15th, but I think still overall happy with his performance. We lost Paul Gorrell as well. Not sure what that was. I'm guessing it's probably the same as Dean O'Brien and Scott Connors. There was a lot actually that got disqualified in this one. I think Tim Ballinger, Simon Pitt, Brian Monga and Caleb, who's down in the interview channel. We haven't had a chat with Caleb. Let's see if he wants to have a quick word. Caleb, you down there in the interview, ready for an interview channel? You there, buddy? Maybe not. Hopefully he can get his microphone sorted and we'll have a little chat, but he wasn't able to get on the grid. I think he had some sort of pedal problems, just looking at some of the chat. So yeah, a bit of a shame for him. New driver to the series. Well, I haven't seen him before, but then I'm not here every week, so could be why. But yeah, hopefully he can bounce back from his problems and yeah, get on the start line this time. I'm gonna drag Jake Burton up. He's probably not ready for an interview right yet, but are you there, Jake?
Yeah, I'm here, Alex. How are you?
Yeah, hello, mate. Good race. First stint, held on under a lot of pressure from Ian out there, and in the end, I think he got you on strategy, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know how he did it, to be honest. I mean, I didn't expect us to get the extra lap, and we ended up, I finished with something like 150, 200 milliliters of fuel, and I don't know how he managed to gap me 3 seconds in the pits and still finish with as much fuel as me. It's a little bit bewildered, to be honest, but yeah, second's still a strong finish, so.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't do any harm whatsoever for your championship position with Ian Way down in 33rd at the moment. So obviously you've got a race in hand over the others as well. So once the drop rounds start to play out, I'm sure your gap at the front there is going to extend quite a bit. Kurt seemed to struggle a little bit out there today. Got caught in that big pack that you guys managed to break away from. So yeah, your lead looks a little bit more comfortable after this race.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if you heard, but a bit of a shocker last week, and yeah, we come into this week just trying to put some laps down, and I'm a little bit confused about Ian. He's just showed up 7 weeks into the season and is running up the front, which is a bit concerning. But yeah, it's still it's good to have someone else out there to race with, and yeah, championship's looking good for both Stenny and myself. And he had a hard race today, back in all that junk back there, but still good result for both of us on the whole.
Well, Mark, where are we at next week, mate? I haven't looked at the schedule, or.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear, we're all terrible. Kurt, you're the man. You know where we are next week. I'm guessing you're practicing for the Premier Series for wherever it is as well, isn't it? It's Oran Park.
Oh yeah, Oran Park next week.
That's always a bit of a driver's favourite. Is that the same for yourself?
Yeah. Oran Park's probably one of my favourite tracks on the calendar, so I'm very happy to be going there and make sure we get some strong points. But Premier Series wasn't as much as a problem for most of us this week, because tomorrow night Premier Series is on it, and it's at Donington, so a bit of extra practice for us all, and yeah, made racing interesting for sure, but keen for Oran Park, one of my favourite tracks.
Good. Right then, I'm got a lot of people down there, so I'm going to have to let you go pretty quickly. But before I do that, I just want to give a quick shout out to anyone.
Yeah, just a massive thanks to Sim Instruments for the continued support of the team and Custom Image Concepts. They mean a lot to us, and they keep.
Right, I'm joined now by Ian Ford. Ian, congratulations! Great race out there today. Showed really good, strong pace. The car looked really good towards the end of the stints as well, putting a lot of pressure on Jake in that first stint. Obviously, you got the run on you into turn one. Seemed to struggle to make a move. Donington, that difficult to overtake in these V8s?
Not really, just playing it safe on a long race. I was just basically saving fuel, making sure that as soon as I decided to pit, I just, put the hammer down as soon as I came out, and you see what happened.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, a good sort of 2-second gap there, and yeah, you got put under a little bit of pressure, I think, just with some guys running a little bit longer. Just held you up that last lap before they pitted in as well. But car looked good, and you were able to just pull away slowly from Jake there at the end. But yeah, I mean, what's the key to getting the car to perform over the stint there as well? Because like I say, your car looked very good towards the end of the stint.
A lot of work on the setup this week. We've gone from one direction to another just to see what would work, and like in that race there, I basically got told by the back markers that they were going to pit, so I just eased off, let them have a bit of room, and then just kept the race under control while trying to fuel save, because we got our calculations wrong. Past the start-finish line with about 0.3 of a litre left, got a mini burnout, and that was it.
I mean, the Demidov guys, good strategy call, both of you actually. I mean, yourself obviously jumped up and took the lead position, but Aaron was having a great fight further back, and couldn't really none of the drivers really could get out of that little grouping that they were in. But it seemed like he got the call to come in at the same time as yourself, and cleared those guys and was able to push on for a podium as well. So Demidov must be pretty happy out there today.
Oh, definitely. The whole Demidov team is just ecstatic with this result. We've got another car that finished ninth as well. I can't remember when he pitted, but basically the call to pit came pretty much as I was entering the last corner, and we hadn't worked out our fuel 100%, and it was just a great result to actually save enough and get to the finish with the time we did.
Well, we were just chatting with Jake. Oran Park up next week. We know that you haven't done all the races this season. You going to be around for Oran?
Yes, certainly am. I've got Saturdays off work now, and I've managed to get better from being sick and everything. So I'll be here every week. It doesn't matter if I'm not fighting for the title. I'll certainly be going for all the wins. There's no point racing if you're not going for it.
Good. That's what we like to hear. Well, congratulations on victory. Very, very impressive out there. Both with the patience, the fuel saving, the strategy calls, and everything. So yeah, pretty much a perfect race, apart from I would say the start.
That's it. I led every single session. Managed to get on the top chart at every session, but turn one just didn't seem to get there fast enough.
Well, it didn't matter in the end, mate. P1 today. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, guys.
We bring up his teammate now, Mr. Hamilton. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
I tried my best all race not to commentate Kershaw. I had to catch myself a few times because you've had some rotten luck in past races when I've been broadcasting. Podiums have been swiped away from you at the last minute, but fortunately this time it wasn't the case. Just tell us about your race. I mean, the first stint, we were just talking with Ian there, you were in one hell of a battle. Slow down penalties for people here, there and everywhere, and it just looked like you were biding your time behind them.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy first stint. I was a bit disheartened when Sam launched down the middle and just gave me a little tap on the side at the first lap, and it set me out wide and lost a few places. But that was the plan, just sit behind them and not to lose them. And I thought, well, I know the first lap I can cut. Yeah, it was 23 laps on tyres. It wasn't that bad. And I thought, well, I'm about 4 seconds in front of the guy behind me. I'm either gonna, if I get tyres and it doesn't work, then I don't lose anything. So I just took the bet, and it seemed to pay off.
Yeah, and again, really, you sort of came in at the same time as your teammate there, and what was it, 3 second gap you had by the time everybody else had pitted in. So yeah, good call on the strategy. Got yourself the clear air, and they continued their little battle, and you were just able to escape there.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was, I think, lap 16. I think it was lap 17, actually, and I hear Ian over the radio go, "What's the pit strategy? How much fuel do I have to take?"
Well, I mean, just having a quick look at the championship standings. She's sat in 4th place at the moment, just under 40 points behind Tobias. She wasn't here today, so they're saying with that result you'll have jumped up into 3rd place in the championship. Of course, I know he's got a few drop rounds to take, but that way you're targeting to see if you can get 3rd place. It looks like the Sim Instruments boys might be just a little bit too far ahead.
Yeah, I definitely love 3rd place. I got a few bad drop weeks there, so hopefully that will help. And the next 3 tracks are some of my favourites, so hopefully some strong performance there, and maybe able to grab that 3rd.
Oh, cool. Well, congratulations again today. Good luck on those tracks, and anyone you want to give a quick shout out to?
Yeah, just give a shout out to Demidov Innovations, our sponsor, and everyone at the team. Great work this week. A lot of the guys are in the TeamSpeak helping us with the strategy as the race went on, so thank you very much.
Cheers, Aaron. We'll see you at Oran Park, and good luck, mate.
Yeah, thank you for the broadcast.
Cheers, mate. Right, up next we've got Mr. Stenberg. Hello, sir. How you doing?
Hello, guys. Well,
Seems like that was a bit of a busy race for you out there. Don't think you had time to breathe anywhere, did you?
no, I don't think I did. The race between Aaron, Sam, and Dean and myself at the start, that was insane. And then between Dylan and myself there at the end, we were swapping positions. Felt like every corner. It probably wasn't, but it was an insane race.
Yeah, right at the death, obviously. Looked like he went for that one last move up the inside and got himself disqualified. So,
I was actually hoping he wasn't going to hit me because I would have got disqualified if he had hit me. So I didn't want to give up the spot either. So
yeah, it seemed like quite a few drivers struggled with that. Although it says it doesn't actually say disqualified on the timing sheet, so I'm not sure what that was all about. But I can only assume as soon as he went off the track, his car disappeared, so it looked like a disqualification. But yeah, I mean, from your point of view, was there anything else really you could have done out there today? I mean, it just looked like you guys were perhaps holding yourselves up a little bit in the both stints really, as you were right in the middle of it. Anything you could have done on strategy, perhaps to picked up a podium today?
yeah, I don't know. I felt like I had more pace than where I was battling at the start of the race, but I couldn't do anything because everyone was holding each other up. We lost that much time to the two front guys. I think we were 4 wide there at one stage, and that's not the fastest way around the racetrack. So, yeah, I may have been able to. Well, I undercutted Dylan in the pits, but I'm not sure how Aaron got such a good jump in the pits. I must admit I didn't practice my pit lane entry, and I got caught out by that. So maybe if I had done that a bit better, I would have been a bit closer to Aaron, and if I hadn't got as many slowdowns. But all in all, I think I did the best I probably could have done.
Certainly done no harm for your championship still, though. 4th place, good points today. I mean, Aaron has closed up a little bit behind you, but you've got quite a gap. Just under 100 points from him, so should be pretty safe in that 2nd place, and netted a load of points for Sim Instruments Motorsports there as well, so congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we've got quite a big lead in the team's champ. My only concern for 2nd place is Tobias once the drop rounds kick in, but we'll see what happens.
Well, he's missed a few now, so he's gonna have a tall order to get that done. Just looking at the top 10s, you seem to have more top 10s than he does as well. So, it's looking good. Just keep the consistency out there, and I think it could be a 1-2 for you guys.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Oran Park up next then. Like it? Hate it?
I'm just going to say thank God it's a track I actually know going into this week. So, but yeah, I like it. It's probably one of the better Australian tracks. Yeah, it'll be good to go back there.
We got any idea what the weather's going to be like there? Because obviously track conditions out there today were really hot, and the cars looked like they were slipping around all over the place.
Yeah, weather today. I've been practicing at Donington in the V8's Online Premier Series practice session where it's 18 degrees. So get into this session and the car's just doesn't want to grip anywhere. Quite interesting.
Well, actually, I'm just having a look at what the forecast is. And by the forecast I mean what the weather temperature and the weather will be, because 80 degrees temperature, so it's pretty hot, but you are overcast conditions, so that should lower at least the track temperature a little bit, so might be alright out there next week.
Yeah, last time we were at Oran Park I'm pretty sure it was overcast and it was quite grippy with lap records were being set, so yeah, it probably will be grippy again.
Well, let's hope for a good race there, and wish you all the best of luck. Before you go, anyone you want to give a quick shout out to?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to Sim Instruments and Custom Image Motorsport, and to Jake for his setup work this week.
Cool. All right, mate. Thank you for that, and yeah, good luck next week, and we'll see you then.
Catch you next week. Thanks for the broadcast.
Cheers, buddy. Up next, we've got Mark Warmington. Mark, good drive from yourself and Blue Flag Racing team there. It didn't look like it was going to plan at the start, I have to say. Perhaps first stint you were way down, even outside the top 10 at one point, I think. But good solid second stint to the race, good pit stops, and found yourself with a P5.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I was in a battle with Paul, Will, for all the race, and I had a bit more pace on Paul, but here I just kept getting stutters and a bit of internet issues, so I didn't want to do anything stupid and take him off when he was on a good lap, well, a good run. And then Will went for his pit stop. I thought I'd stay out and get Paul. Paul came in as soon as I did because I jumped out of the way of Ian. And then at the end, it was like, after you, sirs. Paul made a mistake, I got the place. I made a mistake, gave it back to him. So to finish fifth is beyond my expectations, way beyond.
I mean, just tell us about the strategy you ran today, because obviously there was a lot of battles going on up front, and we didn't quite see when you came in and what sort of places you made. I mean, when did you really start picking up through the order? I know there was a couple of disconnections or disqualifications in there, which helped. But yeah, so when did you start moving up?
Well, I managed to put a banker lap in queue, which I think's probably around my PB time, but I was about 4.4 up on my last lap and just left it all on the racetrack. So I should have started further up the grid. So it was really just a case of put the right amount of fuel in for the pit stop. So I took about 52 litres, which is about 7.5 too much, and then just be tidy. So before the race, Andrew and I and Bailey had been having a bit of a chat, and it was a case of people are going to fall off the track here. And the off tracks are so harsh here, people are going to get DQ'd. So there's no need to be overly aggressive. And then I made a place on, gave it back to him, made a place on Will. The rest of them was just as people got DQ'd, or I think at the end, pacing Sam but not catching him, which did my ego a lot of good. And then I realised, nah, he's saving fuel. And then with about 2 laps to go, he made a stop. And it was just in the green room, and I think Dean had a problem with his brakes, and so it was lady luck paying me back some favours.
Well, you don't get an awful lot of it, mate, so it's good to see you're up there in top 5. Let's just have a quick look. Where are you sat in the championship right now?
About 12th, 13th.
Yeah, 13th, so I have to say, some good points today. That might jump you up a few places. A few people above you. Raymond's not around. Will, you're quite close to, so he's only a couple of places behind, so that'd be quite close. Sorry, Will's below. Craig Jones, obviously not around today. Brenton obviously picked up some points on him. Alex Chaney not around, so actually you could jump up a few places today and get yourself back into the top 10 of that championship.
Yeah, because this year's really just been a character building one. This season, I should say. So I wasn't exactly expecting a lot from the championship. So today, I mean, I didn't think I would finish, let alone finish in the top 5, especially with the field that we had today. So honestly, I'm beyond happy with this result. Bailey, my teammate, managed to nail his Q lap. Then I don't know where he went with 20 seconds to go and gave up the spot on the grid. He missed the start. So pretty good day, but looking forward to next week. Oran Park's probably one of my favourites in this car, and I either have a brilliant race or get punted off, so I'm hoping for the former.
Oh well, congratulations today, mate. Yeah, we'll see you next week then at Oran Park. Before you go, anyone you want to just give thanks to?
Yep. Well, Well, that sounded kind of religious. But no, as always, Kimmy Shaw, Francis, Mark Noble's support, and then guys, Apex Academy, and my teammates. So, and of course, ARL TV, great broadcast, great league. Looking forward to watching it back. So, cheers and see you next week.
Great, thank you very much, mate. We'll see you then. We will actually bring up Bailey, see if he is there and available for a quick chat. You there, buddy?
Yeah, hey guys.
Hello, mate. Yeah, we're just talking to Mark there as well, and he commented on the fact that you blinked out from the grid position. I think I caught it at the start of the screen. Said that you just disappeared for a moment. Did you have to start from the pit lane? I didn't actually quite catch what happened.
Yeah, so unfortunately I thought I might have had enough time to make a sneaky setup adjustment, and turns out the last person jumped on the grid, so I missed the start and had to start from pit lane. But it didn't actually end too bad for me. I mean, I got back up to 10th and I missed all the first lap drama and traffic, and I'm pretty happy with my finish actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, that's a good drive. Obviously, we didn't keep an eye on you coming through from the back as well. Obviously, we know that both Yelena come from the back as well, so good drive for both of you, really. But yeah, so I mean, I haven't seen you before on the grid, Bailey. So excuse me, just tell me a little bit about yourself and your sort of sim racing career.
Well, this is my first real proper season in the V8s. I'm actually really liking the car. Every round I do, I've been improving, which is good. This is my personal best finish in this series, and I'm really happy with my progress. The team is helping me massively with setup, especially Robert and Mark, and yeah.
Good. Well, I hope you. I mean, we've seen a lot of drivers come through from first time in the car and whatnot from Apex series. So we'll keep an eye on you, and hopefully we'll see you sort of progress and work your way up there, and before long joining your teammate in the top 5.
Cool. Thank you, heaps.
Right. Thanks very much for joining us. Good luck at Oran Park next week, and yeah, we'll see you then, buddy.
Yeah. See you next time, guys.
Right, what I'm going to do is we've pretty much spoke to everybody. Let's grab Scott Connors up. You there, Scott?
Sure am, fellas. Evening to all.
Right, well, disqualified for today's race. There was a lot of that go on today. Just tell us a little bit about the challenges of Donington.
I think it's just the car, not the track, to be honest. And yeah, just ever since qualifying, I put a 30.1 in qualifying, but then I just got to put half a wheel up on the coming out of the last corner in qualifying, so that put me back, and I had to do a lap on old tyres, which at Donington tyres are crucial. So on that second lap on old tyres, after you push so hard on that previous lap, your tyres are absolutely shot, and yeah, just I only put a 31.7, I think it was, and yeah, put me back, and then and I just knew I was where I was racing. I knew I was way faster than where I was, and just wanted to put a good show on. But then just being back there, just getting caught up in silly incidents and stuff. So what can you do? That's racing, I suppose.
Yeah, these things happen, don't they? So, and yeah, well, Oran Park next week, tyres hopefully won't be such an issue. We had a look at the weather. We're overcast conditions, and I think the blazing sunshine, clear skies that we had today certainly hasn't helped. So Oran should be a little bit different. We're going to see you there for that one.
Yeah, sure, we'll be there, and hopefully my luck is turned around for that effect.
Just having a quick look. How many races have you done in the series so far? 6. This is what, your 7th round, sitting in 31st at the moment. I take it championship sort of positions not really on your mind, just out there enjoying the races at the moment.
Yeah, that's it. I think the championships out the window, just taking it race by race, trying to do the best I can do, and then probably maybe try and focus on the championship next season.
Down as a privateer at the moment. Scott, you running for a team?
Yeah, that's only just happened a few couple of days, but now I'm officially part of Powerbond Daco Racing.
Oh, okay. Congratulations on that. And yeah, actually, I think I did see the skin, so yeah, makes sense. And I hope you can work well with those guys, and we'll see you up towards the front of the grid, Oran Park.
Thanks, Phils. Thanks for that. And yeah, hopefully, yeah. Just the last race I did in this championship was at Laguna Seca, and that didn't go too well either. So luck should be turning around at some point, which I hope anyway.
Yeah. Well, it has a way of evening itself out in the end, doesn't it? So. Cool. Right, mate. Well, thanks very much for joining us. We'll see you then, and all the best of luck.
Thanks, fellas. Good evening, you all. And I just want to give a shout out to Brenton O'Brien for an awesome battle back in the pack there, and shout out to Powerbond and Daco for giving me the opportunity, and hopefully our forms is better next week. Thanks, guys.
Cool. Thanks, mate. Right, well, that's pretty much all the interviews done for today. Thank you very much for those guys jumping up. Mark, who's your driver of the day, buddy?
Someone up the back, because I think she done a fantastic job, but a little bit of unlucky, but she could have done a lot better. But I think Katie was the driver of the day.
Yeah, good performance. I think the mistake obviously cost her race dearly. Otherwise, she would have been, I'm trying to think, probably 8th place looking at it, actually. Yeah, Yelena had a good race, starting from the very back row, getting all the way up to 11th as well. Had a few dramas, as Mr. Brenton would say. But still, good result. Who am I going to give it to? Do you know what? I think I'm going to give it to Aaron. Purely because he had a heck of a job to deal with all that was going on, and the team helped him out. Good call with the strategy, got himself out there, good clean driving in that second stint, peeled up a gap from all those guys fighting, and got himself 3rd place, and did his championship no harm whatsoever with that result. Yeah, it seemed like he was the sort of the most grounded of the drivers out there, and progressed nicely. So yeah, I'm going to give that to Aaron. So yeah, Katie and Aaron for us then. Oran Park next week, always a tricky one. Turn 1, turn 2 never ceases to amaze me how many little incidents go off in there as well. But not an easy track to overtake with as well. So strategy is going to be all important as well. Do we know if they're little sprint rounds, or are we longer race there?
I think I noticed they might be sprint rounds, mate. Yeah, I think they are sprint rounds.
Well, that'll please the guys. I think we do often have little sprint races there as well. So yeah, watch for that second round of the race. It should be very, very exciting. Right.
Yep.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us. All the drivers, yourself, Mark, for helping out. Congratulations to Ian Ford, Jake Burton, Aaron Hamilton, your podium finishers today. This has been Apex Racing TV, the V8 Supercar Series, round number 8 from Donington Park. We will wish you a good day and see you next week.
Take your hobby to the next level with a quality racing rig that works great with a PS3, Xbox 360, and a PC. GT Omega Racing Simulator is compatible with a wide range of steering wheels, including Logitech, Fanatic, Thrustmaster, and more. The GT Omega is available now worldwide by going to www.gtomegaracing.com.